We all use AI chatbots, but have you ever felt like some responses are just word salads while others feel genuinely thoughtful? That's not random. Today, we are cracking open the black box to reveal why Claude's thinking architecture is built on a fundamentally different philosophy than ChatGPT or Gemini. This isn't about which is better, it is about understanding a different kind of intelligence. Claude thinks before it speaks. Here's the architecture that makes it possible. But what does that actually mean for you? Most AI models apply a safety filter after generating a response, which can feel clunky or forced. The key insight here is that Claude's principles are its starting point. It reasons through its constitution, asking itself if a response aligns with its core values. This results in more natural, trustworthy, and consistently aligned answers. This internal dialogue is its entire foundation. It does not just filter, it thinks constructively, building a solution that's inherently safe and helpful. The outcome for you is an AI that does not just avoid causing harm, it actively works to provide the most beneficial answer from its very first thought. That's where its remarkable reliability comes from. Consider typical AI safety. An external filter scans for problems, then censors the output, often removing useful nuance. It is reactive and clumsy. Claude's safety is foundational, baked into its initial reasoning. It debates principles internally, long before the answer takes shape. This isn't a filter, it is an ingrained constitution, ensuring its first thought is already aligned with being genuinely helpful. Most AIs merely guess. Claude's secret, it reasons before speaking. This is its core architectural advantage. Claude does not just react to your last prompt, it builds a layered understanding of the entire conversation. The key insight is that this allows it to maintain complex reasoning threads, connecting earlier points to your latest question for a truly coherent and deeply considered response. So, while other models scramble to predict the very next word, Claude's layered framework takes a step back. It is synthesizing meaning. This allows it to weigh your opening argument against your latest question, creating a response that feels deliberate and whole, not just a clever stitch of phrases. The frustration is real. You have experienced those jarring, context-dropping replies where an AI simply forgets your core request. This happens precisely because that model is thinking token by token, not in complete conceptual layers. Claude's approach is different. It actively maintains that thread, ensuring each part of the conversation informs the next, not just the immediate prompt. Traditional AIs just predict words. Claude's architecture reasons. This changes everything. So here's the reality of working with Claude. While others race to an answer, it's actively building a chain of logic behind the scenes. This meticulous reasoning ensures its responses are sound and responsible. That's the trade-off. You exchange raw speed for profound depth and safety you can actually trust. And that computational investment changes everything. It is the difference between a shallow reaction and a true understanding. While another model gives you a fast answer, Claude delivers the reasoning, the actual thought process that proves an answer is correct. You are not just getting output, you are getting insight into how that conclusion was responsibly built. The trade-off is deliberate. You are choosing a thinking partner over a quick responder. The result is not just a better answer, it is one you can trust at a foundational level. You have invested in reasoning, not just speed. That's the strategic advantage, getting work that's not only done, but done right the first time. Forget chatbots, this AI thinks before it speaks. Claude does not just produce an answer, it makes its entire reasoning path visible. This is crucial when you need to validate logic, catch flawed assumptions, or understand how a conclusion was reached. You are not just getting an output, you are auditing a thought process. Use Claude when the journey to the answer matters as much as the destination. Claude's real strength emerges when ethics aren't a barrier but a co-creator. You are not wrestling guardrails, you are engaging a partner that actively weighs impact, nuance, and intent in its reasoning. This makes it the definitive choice for brainstorming high-stakes content where sensitivity and innovation must arrive together. So imagine you are conducting a full orchestra through a single, complex symphony. You do not want one brilliant violin solo that clashes with the woodwinds. Claude is your maestro, ensuring every section, from the first page to the last, builds upon a single, powerful theme. The result is a coherent masterpiece, not a collection of disconnected highlights. Claude does not just generate, it thinks with an internal model first. Think of it this way, when you brief a strategy consultant, you do not just hand them a question. You give them the background, the core principles at play. Do that with Claude. That's the trigger. The key insight is this upfront context directly fuels its unique reasoning loop, which is where it moves from generic answers to exceptional, tailored insight. So here's the powerful move, explicitly ask Claude to think step by step or show your work. You are commanding its structured reasoning engine to engage. This transforms the process. The output isn't just an answer, it is a transparent, logical pathway, revealing how it arrived there. This is how you audit and elevate the quality of its thinking for critical tasks. Let's reframe that caution. When Claude hesitates or pushes back, recognize that as a signal. The key insight is it has encountered a core ethical or safety boundary. What this means is you are being shown its design principles in action. Use that signal to refine your request and get a better, more aligned response. Claude's constitutional AI foundation forces a principled reasoning process others lack. Its design prioritizes deep, consistent, and safe reasoning over raw speed or maximal creativity. Knowing this lets you pick the right AI tool for the job and prompt it effectively. Try giving Claude your most complex, nuanced task this week and prompt it to show its reasoning steps.